YouTube, I'm back again today for another Kickstarter critique where I take a look at a different Kickstarter or game found project every weekday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, give my honest thoughts on how that project is being ran. And today I'm very excited to be checking out the most featured project on Game Found, that is Guards of Atlanta, the Atlantis II, the Tabletop MOBA. So, this has already raised 217,000 euros since it launched just a couple hours ago. As always with Game Found, they use the square, which makes it much more difficult to actually really convey the image. And I saw a perfect example this morning. I want to spotlight exactly what I'm talking about. Look at this beautiful rectangle. Look how much more appealing this AR Vault story dice main image looks compared to the actual Awakened Realms one. And I feel like they did a good job with this too. I feel like this looks really solid. But that looks so much just... But unfortunately, Guards of Atlantis went with the incredibly generic, we're just going to use the box cover thing here. So I unfortunately don't know anything about the main image without getting into it. But 2 to 6 players, that's fantastic. 90 minutes, love that. So we're looking at a medium weight game, MOBA theme. Guards of Atlantis 2, Tabletop MOBA is back. Don't miss the chance to get your copy. So we're just going straight fear of missing out here. Luckily, I do like this, so I know it's asymmetric. Video game themed, yeah, because I think this is based off of a popular video game, which I would assume, since it's already raised 200,000. Now, this is interesting to me. We have a shut up and sit down preview, but it's not on their channel. It's on someone else's channel. So this is the main video we're going with. I'm intrigued. I'm excited to see what this is like, because this is not typically what we see. As always, when you go in the video, I'm thinking 3 things. Do I want it? Can you do it? How much is it? Let's go.
Tom, what do you want now more than anything in the world? To play a game of Dota 2? Well, you can't, because both you and I have spent 1,000 hours...
It's not very loud. Oh, there it is.
It's basically an addiction, and we know if we go back, we may never escape. We can't return. We can't. You can't go back. Guards of Atlantis 2. It's a tabletop game that is kind of like a MOBA. What is a MOBA? It's like Dota 2. It's like League of Legends. Please, Tom, sit back. I know you love jungling, but don't walk into bushes. He's gone. This is a game in which you're going to play 2v2 or 3v3. And in fact, the manual has a special kind of like expert book that just says, don't read this yet. Wait until you've played the game, because there's all these other rules and stuff you can do. But even before that, there's a whole lot of stuff going on within this game. If you're not familiar, the way it works is you have 2 sides.
I do like that little thing there. I now know that this is going to be a huge honking box, so I'm glad they conveyed that to me. This style of video, I'm not sold yet. And as always, when we go into a project like this, we're going to look at it from a couple different perspectives. In this particular one, 3. So returning fans of the original game, because I'm pretty sure this is a sequel or the 2nd edition or something like that of the original game. Dota fans, and then people who are not in, the League of Legends sort of fanhood and who haven't played the game, which I fall into that category. So I'm intrigued to see how they handle this. Nice looking map.
Champions. Over here we have the baddies, because they're red. And over here, just off camera here really, you have the good guys being blue. What's going to happen is you're going to be moving your heroes around. You're going to be defeating the other team's kind of baddie minions, pushing them back.
So this is a preview. This is just a pretty much, and it says right there, of course it's a preview about. Well, that's not typically what we see as the main video for Kickstarter and Game Found projects. So I'm interested to see how this works, because holding someone's attention for 8 minutes is a lot more difficult than holding it for 2 people. But shut up and sit down. Incredibly entertaining, obviously.
Slowly until you get back to the other side and hopefully destroy the other team's base, or just keep murdering each other until you've done enough murder and the arbiter of the world just goes, you win. Lovely. So, as this would be a 4-player game usually, and we only have 2 people, I've just set up some boards in front of us. But how it works is fairly simple, actually. You have this deck of cards for each character. Now, you're not going to actually start with all of these. This is Brogan, and also next to me I have Tiger Claw. With Tiger Claw, we have this little card that explains some stuff about the character. And then within this deck, we have some starting cards that we would find. So you've got this big deck of cards.
We're not going to sit through the entire 8-minute video. I'm going to put my foot down on this, because this is not about the Kickstarter. This is just about the game itself, which is, it's great. It's good. That's what you want. You want to have at least one preview. But that's interesting.
From the fact that when you get coins, you're going to be level.
Yeah, this is literally just talking about the game.
It's just a case of there's a lot of different things.
Okay, get it. After the video, do I want it? You showed me the game, a preview of it, I guess. So, yeah, I think, maybe. I don't know, that's weird. I'm just not used to that being thrown at me. Do I want it? Maybe. Can you do it? It's the 2nd one, but I don't know that. It's back, so it is back. So it's the 2nd printing. That's the 1st one. So, yeah, I feel pretty comfortable there, even though you do want to look at your track record. Then how much is it? Don't know. I assume it's going to be expensive, though, because you've set me up to know that this is a really big box. I'm thinking, $150 to $200, maybe. Yeah, that's what I'm guessing, especially with an IP attached to it, intellectual property. So, Wolf Designer, they did Trick Shot, Warp Gate Beyond. So, they've done a couple things now on GameFound. Interesting. Okay. So, did people get their stuff? That's all we're working. I don't feel like this one's probably out yet. I've missed this campaign. Still get the add-ons. Let's see. That's the most recent. That's pinned. I was wondering if I can get add-ons to my pledge. So this one's not out yet. But I think that one was just launched like last year or earlier this year. So, okay. No bigs. Warpgate. Is this one out if people got their stuff? Got it yesterday in Italy. Very excited to play. That was $4.25. Received my copy this week and finally able to sort it. Unfortunately, they're heavy misprinted. Tokens, especially the Blue Colony backsides, are unreadable. Is this a known issue? Is there a possibility? Please drop an email with a photo of the components in question. We will sort this out. Received my copy in Italy today. Everything's fine. I've already built the organizer. Very cool. Can't wait to play. So, yeah. So they have, it looks like, one game out pending. So, can you do it? Yeah. Feel relatively comfortable with that. Not a fan of the preview there. Now, I'm not as well. But, yeah, I'm just not as well. I feel like you want to have a shorter, just like in-out sort of pitch thing, and that's not it. And then what about the original Guards of Atlantis? Was that on Kickstarter? Let's go check that. Because I'm pretty sure that this has already been released. Kickstarter? Guards of Atlantis 2. So the Tabletop MOBA. Isn't that what we're buying now? Okay, weird. Let's see. The Griffin. Yeah, so let's check that out. So this is long-awaited sequel to the critically acclaimed Zero Luck. So this was on Kickstarter, and now it's on GameFound. So I'm assuming this is a reprint of it. Raised $280,000. New content for Guards of Atlantis 2. We just launched a new campaign. So yeah, cool stuff. And let's check the comment section on this one. Oh, they just posted a day of artists or the new expansion. So yeah. Looks like they made the switch from Kickstarter to GameFound. With a new campaign review copy that arrived last year, and I found that all in pledge only said the core game. So they're responding to stuff. How can we get the hero packs? Cool. Game finally arrived and looks gorgeous. So yeah, people have their stuff. Cool. Can you do it? Yes. I feel comfortable with that. Let's go. Like it. Always good when we can just put that one out of the bed. To bed. I guess that's the expression. So do I want it? Not really. I'm not a big fan of that video. I just want to see a gameplay, but the preview's there. I want to see the rule booklet, not to mention the fact that this is already a much beloved game in theory, so hopefully you hype me up to that. 2 to 6 players, 90 minutes. Ages 14 plus, 90 to 150. Wow, that's a nice little shot there. That looks cool. 2 to 10 players. Ooh, that's intriguing. Team versus team. 0% random, 100% cutthroat. I kind of like spotlighting that right there, too. If you're a person who loves cutthroat games, that's something you'd like to see spotlighted. 4 to 6 players recommended. 2-player variant included. 7 to 10 peer layers with a hero pack. There is no solo mode. This is really good information here. Like, this is so much. Hey, it goes up to 10. We recommend 4 to 6, though. There's a 2-player variant. Once again, it's not a recommended, but it's in there. 7 to 10 players. How do you achieve that? You got to get the hero packs. So there's so much information that has been conveyed with this right here. I really like that. I wish that. I want every company to do that. Like, honestly, as a consumer, is anyone against this? Like, that's fantastic. So much useful information conveyed there. Half-point grade bump up. I love that. I love when I see new ideas like that. I'm sure someone else has done something to that, but not quite like that. That looks great. Key features: faithful adaptation of a MOBA game on your tabletop, epic, memorable plays, and last-moment comebacks. And here's the thing. With the shut up in the sit-down preview, I feel like that was aimed primarily at fans of the video game, which is going to be the majority of people, I would imagine. Not necessarily the other two, which are people who are not fans of the video game, and people who are like the original one. All right, why back now? Some rewards are offered at reduced price. So you put BGG 8.6, and I personally pound my chest all the time about how I think it's a great idea to spotlight your Board Game Geek rating. But by putting just that number, I don't think it does enough service, because I'm someone who's on Board Game Geek all the time. Like, literally, all the time. I have like 5,000 board game videos. Well, game videos. So I'm on here all the time. And even to me, I'm like, well, wait, what's that one mean again? I feel like focusing on the rankings a little bit more I just personally think it looks more impressive. Gameplay general overview. Ooh, those are nice. So I like that. Seeing lots of text and information on the cards. The way it works is all simple. Rule booklet. Here we go. Second printing rule booklet draft. Full roster. This section will help you navigate the extensive roster of Guards of Atlantis. All available heroes are split between the base game and 5 hero packs with 5 heroes each. Oh my gosh. So there's 32 heroes. That's more than, I think that's more than Overwatch. Wow. Lots of stuff. So the stars, I imagine, are meaning their expansions. Are those the difficulties? Oh, the complexity. Is that what we're doing in the top right-hand corner? Oh, these are the different packs. If I want the Defiant pack, I get this. If I want the Wayward pack, I get that. If I want the Renowned pack, I get this. If I want the Arcane, we'll release it later. Okay. Wow, $59? That's what I love. I love about GameFound, the fact that they have a featured pledge. So I will say that's a good sign to me, because obviously this Guards of Atlantis is not the pledge level that they want you to take. This is not the pledge level that you're probably going to take if you back this. As always, Bowers Law says that the most popular pledge level will be the one with all the fancy bells, all the whistles, and pretty much the gameplay all in. And yes, sometimes they'll lump in some crap that you don't really want in there. That's still typically the most popular. So this, I feel like they're starting off well, though. I see a good price. They say 59 euros. That's very reasonable to me. Very reasonable, which means I'm much more likely to then dip my toes into all this extra good stuff right here. Disclaimer, none of the content below is paid. In some cases, a review copy of the game was provided by us. 0-10, the most terrible. No other game comes. So this is just a straight up review. I pull some quotes for this. I hate this. So you just video dump me. And would you just expect me to sift through all that? Because that's like hours of content? That's at least,
I will be back.
so it's 37 minutes.
Board game.
We're at an hour right there, and we still have 2 more videos, and you're just expecting me to sift through this. That's why I always feel like, pull the quotes out. Do the work for me. Don't, like you're playing chicken with me. Yeah, it's great you have these videos here, but, like, just pull it out. What is this? Oh, this one's a different language. Cool. Written reviews, you even that as well. And you pull out quotes from the written reviews. Why not from the text, the video reviews? Compared to the best of them, Guards of Atlantis is on a whole nother level. Meh, like superfluous fluff. Like, why? What did Spacebiff think they did spectacular? Once again, I don't put that meh on Spacebiff. I put it on them for picking out a quote that is whatever. What I'm saying is that this game is wonderful. I recommend that you'll find a way to play it. If you're in Seattle, we can play it together. That's the quote. This push, like, I bet I could find a more impressive quote in less than a minute. Let's go. Typically, we go towards the end. It invades my life beyond time spent alongside Bart. I learned to code in SwiftUI so I can make an app that contains photos of the cards so that I can look at characters lovingly and learn of them while I play. I added in FAQ materials for each as well as the iconography. There you go! It literally was the first thing I read. This is how much I love this game. This is how much I've become obsessed with this game, that I have now done these things, and I am trying to make this into a community so more people will play the game for me. That's essentially what they just said right there, and you're like, and you went with, hey, what I'm saying, this game's wonderful. We can play it together for Seattle. That's the quote you went with? Like, come on. That's not, like, I consider Guards of Atlantis one of the best games of the year and the best of the genre. That's awesome. I do like that. Best games of the year. I feel like that holds some weight. So we got an unboxing. That's a huge board. So $59. Base games of Guardians of Atlantis includes everything necessary to play with 2 to 6 players, which once again, that is the recommended player count. We got 309 people backed it. Cool. What am I getting here? Is there like pictures of the components? Like everything? The long, sexy scrolling shot? Not really. Please refer to this. Okay. This isn't pretty. Yeah, so, okay. Then we have the 2 new hero packs plus the first printing update. So this is returning backers. You get 2 new hero packs plus the first printing update. So are there only 2 new hero packs? Because I thought there were 5. Or maybe there's already. This is the all-in. This is the one that should be the most popular. And it is, but not by much. 605 to 451 to 309. So, Guards of Atlantis, all 5 hero packs. Wow, you're doing a big jump on me there. That's a $190 jump. Ooh, that's yikes. The reward contains all the heroes released for Guardians of Atlantis so far, plus 10 brand new heroes, aka these 2 boxes right there. As a returning backer, I'm paying $40 per expansion, and that comes with 110 cards. Is it just cards? What else is in these packs? Like, can we have pictures? Like, that'd be cool. Like, what do the dashboards look like? What's the plastic insert look like? Because I'm sure they look pretty much the same as that, but where are the pictures of the actual components? Are you going to make me sift through these videos to find this? Like, I really don't feel like we've done a great job spotlighting the components at all. Like, these shots look good. Don't get me wrong. This looks good, but this needs to be followed up, I think, with, like, that long, sexy scrolling shot where you make me pull the trigger. Now, granted, $60. That's still a great price. Is this what I'm getting? Because this for $60, I don't have an issue with this. That's MSRP. I'm totally in. I might do something better to spotlight the size of that board, because judging from that one thumbnail of that person holding it, it looked like it was a massive board. Okay, let's keep going. All right. Yeah, it looks like a big board. Guards of Atlantis things, stuff, add-ons, $40 a pop. Because this just such a lack of pictures. Neoprene game board. There's game boards, metal tiebreaker coin. I'm sure that one's really moving. Card tuck boxes, cool. So shipping, update, plus the 2 hero packs, 29 euros. Ew. How big are these boxes? They didn't seem like that big of boxes. Do we have the dimensions on these things? Are these actually huge boxes? Because maybe they are. Maybe they're super thick and hefty. I don't know. Are there minis in here? So yeah, the heroes are the minis. Read more about it here. Oh, you're making me do an extra click to get to the information on... Ooh, why? Well, that's weird. That's weird, and I don't like that. So I have to go an extra click just to see the components of the expansion. 29 was the all-in. Interesting. Okay. Let's check out the FAQ updates comments. Give this one a grade. 249, 608. All right. Yeah, we got everything. Oh, yeah, back to the shipping. Yeah, it doesn't feel like... Oh, 29 was the all-in. Update plus 2 hero packs. Update plus 2 hero packs. What? No, it's this one. 2 new hero packs plus the first printing update. What's the first printing update look like? I guess maybe that's why. It's an updated card pack. How many cards is it? Replacement deck for all the heroes with the gameplay relevant changes made in the first printing. Yeah, that doesn't seem like great shipping for your returning backers, and maybe it's just because I don't have the actual size of the game in my mind. So 22 euros. So now we're looking at $81 for what is a big box. You showcased to me that it was a big box from the front. So that seems actually exactly what I expect to pay for that. $81 for that big square-ish size box. That seems like a pretty decent price, to be honest with you. I'm not complaining about that. The base game plus the 1 to 2 hero packs. So now you're giving me prices if I get an add-on. If I get add-ons, that's interesting. So if you get 1 or 2 add-ons, it jumps from 22 to 23. So that's not adding much. So that's not bad. So yeah, that kind of wets my whistle there. I almost wish that was way higher. Like when we talked about add-ons. Oh, did we talk about add-ons right here? Maybe it's just the pledges were so low. Yeah, I guess it's because the pledges are in the middle. Okay. Canada, USA. Oh, so this is 30. So it's more. Oh, sorry. This is if you're not. This is Puerto Rico. Okay, so they got a lot of information on the shipping here. I do like that. I wish they convert the currencies. Neoprene boards, and then 29 if you get the all hero pack. So that's where that's what they're really trying to push for. So box size reduced this campaign. Last campaign was the big box option that they moved away from. Oh, so it's a smaller box? How small, though? Now I really want to know the size of this box. Because it still looks thicker. It's just... This is $81. I guess you're buying the IP. You're buying the IP. You're paying for the intellectual property. That's what it is. So it seems Kickstarter or GameFound reasonable. It doesn't seem like a great price to me. It doesn't seem like a good price to me. But it seems... like about what you'd expect to pay. It doesn't seem outlandish to me. Now, I didn't look at the international shipping, though, there, so I might go back to that. Because I did actually see someone comment on that, I think, when I was checking out the Board Game Geek page. During my wait for the game in the first run, I was tragically unaware of the Discord community. I waited forever for the game to ride while I could have been playing it daily online via Tabletopia with the most friendly Discord community ever assembled. Don't make my mistake. Definitely back this game. So that's a great quote. Check out the most recent. That's really nice. Like, honestly, that's a solid quote. During my wait for the game of the first round, I was tragically... Wait, is that the... Oh, that's the one they pinned. Got it. Good for them. Is this community okay teaching newbies there? Is my math off that it's cheaper to buy each pack individually along with the base game than it is to buy the gameplay all in during the pledge manager? The all-in pledge saves you $10 rather than selecting them individually. Okay. So it's not a great deal. I just want to say that my wallet does not appreciate such awesome games showing up. Is it possible to get better shipping than strictly rest of world for French West Indies, a French department? I'll double check it. So that's someone mentioning the international shipping, because that's the second person I've seen mention the international shipping. So I will take a gander at that. Granted, that one, I'll be honest with you, I'm out of my element there a little bit. So what are we looking at? 55. Yeah, well, that's pretty high. 59. Well, that's Alaska, Hawaii. Damn. Yeah, that sucks. Okay. Look for the comments on the map issue. Box size reduced. So look for comments on the map issue. Oh, we got an insider. We got a mole. Thank you, Crockpot. I always love to see what the juicy stuff in the comment section is. So, and luckily, thanks to GameFound, I can search for, well, those are the top trending searches. Map. We'll just type in map. It's a map. Oh, wait, can I not? I don't know how to do it. Gotta say, disappointing in your idea to not offer the large box. As someone who gets large box games to the table all the time, I'd rather have a large box that can hold the majority of the content than have multiple boxes. Anything that doesn't fit into the large box just won't get played. If I have to grab multiple boxes, they will ultimately take up more shelf space and be more unwieldy to carry to a gaming event. So 2 thumbs up. That's not like a huge majority of people. Thank you for sharing your thoughts. As I mentioned in the update, so people want the big box. Yeah, people are always going to want the big box because, like I said, Bauer's Law is that if you give them the options for the big box, the bells, the whistles, the who's, the whatnots, they're going to buy it because that's just how people shop on Kickstarter. So at the end of the day, what's my final grade for this one? Do I want it? If I am a fan of... Yeah, this does have minis. Yeah, I feel like they did such a poor job of spotlighting their components in their pledge area. Like, just a really terrible job there. Because, yeah, I was like, is this just cards? No, it's not just cards. It's just listed out. So do I want it? As someone who's a fan of the MOBA for 59 euros, you know, 81 bucks, I don't think that's terrible. You get to the $250 one, I don't feel like I was really convinced. Even though it does still have the majority here at 611, it's by no means like 10 to 1, which is typically what you see in this scenario. I'd say 9 or 10 to times this pledge is what this pledge typically should be if you marketed it well. I feel like if you did a good job trying to sell it. And this one, I think it might just be the sticker shock. You know, 249 euros. Plus, when you get done with the shipping and the conversions of the currency, which they didn't do, we're probably looking around 300 bucks, maybe. Oh wait, oh here we go. Your pledge amount. Oh, show your support. Help. So I want to go away from euros. Okay, whatever. It's around 270 to 300. That's the ballpark. Yeah, that seems like pretty high. So do I want it? As the other 2 groups of people, returning backers, yeah, they probably do. Just because it's 2 entirely new things that you're going to be able to mix into there and printed upgrade for what you have. So yeah, and what's that? That's 80 damn euros. 80 damn euros. That just seems... Like, I just don't get the size of these boxes. I think that's it. But, man, it doesn't seem like a great price. Like, honestly, this is the one where it's like, that seems like a good price. The other ones, I'm like, no, thank you. They're pushing it on the Kickstarter reasonable. Can you do it? Yeah, I'm not too particularly worried about that. Do I want it? Sure, I could sift through these videos and maybe I could find out if I liked it, but I don't feel like you really sold it to me particularly well. I feel like the main video is a little bit lazy. Like, I get it. I get why they did it. They probably paid a lot of money to have Shut Up, Sit Down, make that. Or maybe they didn't. Because honestly, you come to them and say, hey, I got one of the most popular, video games in the world. I want you to make a video on it. I think that could potentially change the tune. And here's the thing, they spot like none of this content was paid. Yeah, of course. If you have something this, like if someone was like, hey, we're making a Halo game, do you need to get paid to do this Kickstarter content? You think it would be like, yeah, I need my pay. No, hell no. That's a huge opportunity. So, yeah, I don't know. This one I just have very mixed emotions. At the end, do I want it? Can you do it? Yeah, I feel good there. How much is it? Not, yeah. I guess I'm in a C minus D plus range. Like, it's not like, what do I like that they did? Okay, no, we're not at a D plus because at the end of the day, I feel like this is something that I wish every single other Kickstarter would do right now. So that's a whole half grade bump up for me, or third of a grade, or whatever the heck you want to do it. They tried to spotlight the Board Game Geek and their pedigree. I don't feel like they did a particularly good job of that. So let's see if I can help them out there. Guards of Atlantis. There we go. Guards of Atlantis 2. So this one was released in 2022. Top 2,000 board game. That's very respectable. Very respectable. Okay. Who's the designer? Is this the only thing they've done? Trick Shot, Warp Game. Okay, those are decent numbers. Those aren't terrible. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the C minus. I think they got the rule booklet. They got a preview. I think they got a full gameplay here, right? One of these a full gameplay. You're not a full gameplay.
Board game.
You're not a full gameplay. You definitely are not a
Yeah, I
full
will be
gameplay. So never mind. Yeah, I have a C minus. C minus. You're not even gonna put a full gameplay on here. Or maybe this is, but it's not in English, which is going to be the majority of your backers.
Oppure vedi, ha giocato quello
Which, you know, and that's still a great video. I'm not demeaning that video. It's just I feel like you should definitely have a gameplay. And I wonder if that's the kind of thing. Could they pop that off a Board Game Geek? Because that, like, if I see that there's just like a full gameplay on Board Game Geek, I'm like, so Sean's at a D. Yeah, yeah, what the hell is this? You got a Paul Grogan tutorial and playthrough, and you don't think to spotlight that video? Like, come on! What do you do? What? Like, what? That's just so... That's so bizarre to me. Like, what? You got a full gameplay. You got numerous full gameplays to pick from here. And you're like, we're gonna go with some other random previews. Like, I don't know. Yeah, it's D+. I'm going to go a D+, and honestly, you could talk me into a D. No, you couldn't talk me into a D, because I think this is absolutely drop-dead gorgeous, and I want every single board game company to do that. That looks fantastic. But let me know in the comments below, what is your final grade for Guards of Atlantis, the tabletop MOBA? And also, how excited are you just about the video game property? Because here's the other thing. I say D+, but if I were actually really excited about this, and this is what I came to, I feel like there would be a certain disappointment factor there that could make it even worse. Like, yeah, I don't know. I'm going to go with the D+, though. Let me know in the comments below what's your final grade, and as always, if you enjoyed the content, please be sure to click on that subscribe button down below. So I'm trying to reach 17,000 subscribers in 2023 to make it my biggest year ever. Bye-bye.